Today I want to talk to you about your purpose, because without your purpose, you are lost, weak, and basically impotent in the world. Now recently, I was feeling this way myself, and even though I knew what my purpose was, I wasn't constantly reminding myself of it, and this caused me to just kind of slack in some areas that I thought I could get away with, because I was keeping my diet on point. I was still keeping my training and stuff on point. There were a lot of other habits that I wasn't keeping up with, like reading and stuff like that, as much as I wanted to at least. And this was starting to get me down. I wasn't as happy as I normally was, and it just kind of made everything feel like I was going through the motions. My training wasn't as good, and I wasn't able to do what I normally was, and it didn't have that same, kind of oomph to it that it used to. And I just had to like stop and take a minute to kind of think about what was going on, what I was doing wrong. And really what I was doing wrong is I wasn't aligned with my purpose. I didn't have my purpose kind of consciously in mind as I was doing these things. So I was just going through the motions of them rather than knowing what my purpose is and giving my gifts to do them. Because when you know your purpose, that's when hard work becomes easier, and that's when it makes it feel like you're giving your gift to them rather than it being, it's like an opportunity to give your gift rather than you just going through the motions of doing it and going to work just because you have to make money and stuff like that. Like I said, this was just really getting me down lately, so I didn't know what else to do, so I went and reread the chapter on The Way to Superior Man, talking about discovering your purpose. And then I just sat there and took a second, and I literally just kind of stared at my ceiling for a little bit, grabbed my journal and started journaling, like, what could my purpose be? And I highly suggest that you do the same thing, even if you don't come up with it in the moment, because I didn't come up with it in the moment. I came up with a few ideas, but kind of took a day or two to really kind of snap back into it and be like, yeah, this is it. So I just took a moment, and when I was journaling, I just asked myself, why am I doing this? Why am I getting up and doing something like going to the gym or going to MMA class, reading these books, meditating and stuff like that? What is the purpose of me doing this? What is the purpose of me being here on this planet? And you should ask yourselves the same question and go in your journal and just write this down. Literally write the questions down, and then write what you think the answer could be, and just give yourself time to, come up with it. What you feel in your heart is your purpose. Because your purpose, your true purpose in life, is essentially your core desire. So as you're working towards this, it could be something small right now. Like if you're just starting self-improvement, it could be getting better social skills with people and women if you're a little socially awkward. And then once you complete that, it's on to the next layer. Like last year around this time, it would have been music for me. I was really big into music and really trying to get my band going and stuff like that. But then something kind of happened, and it was just not overnight, but it felt like overnight. It's just kind of like you grew into something else, and that's when MMA kind of started piquing my interest, and I was able to go start doing that. So don't really be too concerned about what it is now. Like now, it's something a lot more personal. I don't know if I'm ready to share this story on YouTube yet, but maybe one day I will. But essentially, I lost somebody very close to me and very near and dear to my heart. But one of the last things that she said to me was to follow your dreams. And that kind of goes hand in hand with your purpose. And that's really what really sparked me to go like really hard into self-improvement again. And this was at the start of this year. So I literally made a big change after that. And it was just easy to be disciplined after that, because I kept a lot of the stuff that we talked about in mind. And that was kind of what brought me to the realization of my purpose. And like I said earlier, recently I kind of forgot about that, and the past couple of days I was just kind of going through the motions because I was stuck at my part-time job. I wasn't working on videos for you guys as much, and that's one thing of my purpose, is it genuinely makes me happy to make these videos, even though they're not getting like that many views yet. It's like the thought of being able to help someone like you who's in a position that I might have been in just a few weeks ago, just a few months, a few years ago, and help you avoid the mistakes that I made. That shit is awesome to me. And just, it's literally like, once you discover your purpose, it's unlimited motivation. You have unlimited energy to do whatever it is you want, because you feel fulfilled in life. Everything you do feels like an opportunity to spread your gift to the world and give your gifts back. And it's a really beautiful thing whenever you're aligned with your purpose. It just makes hard work feel good. Like I don't feel I guess nervous or anxious about having to do something hard, because it's like, I know this is going to get me one step closer to reaching my purpose and my goals. So it just makes it a lot easier for me to do that. Overall, I just think you should, one, read that chapter in The Way of the Superior Man. Might help spark a few ideas, but just take a minute, disconnect from your phone, disconnect from technology, stare at your ceiling for a little bit, and grab your journal and just write down those questions and try to like just think of what your purpose could be. Like I said, it doesn't have to be something really big or deep right now. Pause.
What do you mean by
that? But it does have to be something that you feel in your heart you need to go after. And once you do that, that's when everything will start feeling a lot better. But and I kind of have a cold in this video. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but we'll just deal with it. But yeah, just go ahead and discover your purpose now. Make your life a whole lot better and be better than you were yesterday.